समता और ममता की जो जगाए, बाबा साहेब विश्व रत्न महामानव तू बोधिसत्व।
भगवतो अरहतो सम्मा सम्बुद्धस्स। बुद्धं शरणं गच्छामि, धम्मं शरणं गच्छामि, संघं शरणं गच्छामि, द्वितीयंपि बुद्धं शरणं गच्छामि, द्वितीयंपि धम्मं शरणं गच्छामि, द्वितीयंपि संघं शरणं गच्छामि, तृतीयंपि बुद्धं शरणं गच्छामि, तृतीयंपि धम्मं शरणं गच्छामि, तृतीयंपि संघं शरणं गच्छामि। पानातिपाता वेरमणि सिक्खापदं समादियामि। अदिन्नादाना वेरमणि सिक्खापदं समादियामि। कामेषु मिच्छाचारा वेरमणि सिक्खापदं समादियामि। मुसावादा वेरमणि सिक्खापदं समादियामि। सुरामेरय मज्जपमादठाना वेरमणि सिक्खापदं समादियामि। खमामि खमामि सा पंचशीलं धम्मं साधुकं सुरक्षितं कृत्वा अपमानेन शीलं सम्पादेथ। साधु साधु साधु। Please be seated.
Now the latest, the current society, the youngsters, they appreciate his contributions. Now I request the students to speak about Babasaheb.
सकल विज्जं विदुरत्राणं देवरूप सुजीवः निर्मल सत्कु गंभीर गौसम गौरवर्णं सुकार्यम् अभयचिन्तं नियमकामं सुरतं धम्म सुप्रेमं विरतरज्जं सुजमनेतं भीमराव सरामि भीमराव सरामि भीमराव सरामि। दिव्य रत्न रत्न तु साधु वरदान तु आद्य कुलभूषण तु भीमराजा सकल विद्यापति ज्ञान संसंतति शास्त्र सातमति बुद्धि तेजा पंकजा नववरा रत स्वजन उद्धारा भगवंता मुसा खरा भक्त काजा चवदार संगरी शस्त्र धरित करी कपला उर्ली उद्र रूपा मुक्ति पंथ कोणता जीर्ण स्मृति जाळीता उजाळिका अगातिका मार्ग साचा राष्ट्रकुटिका कुटी शोभते भारती महामानव बोलती सार्थ संज्ञा शरण बुद्धासमी शरण संघासमी भीमराजा भीमराजा भीमराजा. Yes.
At the start of the day, cheer up your mind to be positive and energetic. Lift your heart with good loving thoughts for the rest of the day. In the evening, reflect on your day's actions, rejoice over your good actions, but learn from your mistakes by not repeating them. Impress upon your mind to be stronger, wiser and happier. Invite the Buddha, Dhamma and Sangha into your life for guidance and protection. Take the Buddha, the ideal of love, compassion, wisdom and purity, as your spiritual ideal in your thoughts and actions. Follow the Dhamma every day and in every way to fulfill your aspirations. Follow the noble Sangha who put themselves through diligently. Namo Buddhaya Jai.
The honorable members of the Mahasangha, worshipful mayors, dignitaries, ladies and gentlemen, today we are gathered to celebrate one of India's greatest icons' birthday, Dr. B.R. Ambedkar, Babasaheb Ambedkar as he is known fondly, was born today in a place called Mao in Madhya Pradesh. And I always, every year, really look forward to saying that I was also born in Mao, so I share a common birthplace. A lot has been said and written about Babasaheb, so I'm not going to talk about Dr. Ambedkar's exploits, except to say that people see him, they sort of put him in silos, that he was the founder of our architect of the Indian Constitution. That's absolutely correct, he was. Or that he was a messiah of the Dalits, the downtrodden people. But that is correct only partially. But I think he was a messiah for all the Indian people. And he stood for a fight against oppression, injustice, whether it was the downtrodden, whether it was women, for gender empowerment, or whether it was just for the labor class. So his contributions are multifold. So whether it's in the financial sector, his intellectual prowess, I can go on, and all of you perhaps have read about it. So I'm not going to speak so much about that, but to speak about what message, what he stood for. And I think what he principally stood for was for India, for Indians and India. And that is why a constitution of that nature, which has this great chapter on fundamental rights, on directive principles, outlawing any form of discrimination, is there in our statute books. It is our job to implement it. Our job to implement it so that we live in a free, egalitarian society. And this is what all of us, it's not just the government, I think, of the day, or the police, or whoever else, the judges, the state apparatus, but all of us need to imbibe that philosophy. And I think that is extremely important, because only then will India truly emerge as a vibrant, robust, prosperous country. We have had so many achievements in the last 7 decades. I don't want to recount them, you're all aware of them. But still, we have challenges. And those challenges confront us on a daily basis. So as people of Indian origin, as Indians, I think all of us need to see how we can contribute to the betterment of society back home in India, and of course to the progress of our country, our beloved motherland. And I think Dr. Ambedkar really stood for these values. I think it's important to remember that.
Congratulations on the 127th birth anniversary of Babasaheb Ambedkar. Jai Bhim. I was speaking to the mayor of Hackney and talking about Dr. Ambedkar, and she wanted to know a lot more about Dr. Ambedkar because she couldn't find the information. And so I'm going to share a little bit about it. But I really welcomed the High Commissioner's remarks and his intentions and how we must recognise the developments that are happening in India at the same time. We also have an interest in making sure that we take everybody along with our developments. Now, just to sum it up for my friend, a new friend over there, Dr. Ambedkar was one of the finest academics of his generation. He had degrees from India, from America, from the UK, and he was about to go to America, actually, before he got called back. And he was a prolific writer. If you look at the number of books he wrote on all sorts of topics, from equality to the basis of the caste system, to economy, to the development of women, to the water, sort of needs of the country, and so on. The books are endless. There are volumes and volumes of it. And he was an outstanding economist. In fact, the Nobel laureate Amartya Sen calls him his father in economics. And I think that's quite a significant, honour that's bestowed. And of course, he was the empowerer of women in India. He was a nation builder, and of course the architect of the Constitution, which gave us some very important safeguards with regards to equality and moving forward as a nation after independence. And his initiatives as India's Labour Minister led, and Mr. Sinnati referred to that, to an 8-hour working day, down from 14 hours a day. He was instrumental in the introduction of the Minimum Wage Act, the reforms that our trade unions here in the UK, if they were looking at what was happening in the 50s here, they would admire what he was doing there. And all of this he did before he died in 1956. He died quite young, actually, in relative terms. And he delivered all of this at a time when he faced untouchability and exclusion and discrimination throughout. So he overcome all of those things to be able to achieve all of this and give us so much for our India that we can be proud of. And here in the UK, we have robust equality of treatment and equality of opportunity laws. And they're laws that have benefited us, a diaspora of almost 4 million people who have come from the South Asian diaspora that live in this country. And we benefited for those equality of treatment and of equality of opportunity laws in employment, in education, in public services, in health and social care. And these are the protections that we value because it's something that we've got used to. It's something that we know has helped us to progress. And the unfortunate thing is that if somebody is discriminated against because of their caste here in this country, there's no legal protection for them in this regard. And the discrimination that they face on the basis of caste is no different than the discrimination that they may face with regards to their colour or their disability or their sexual orientation. And we need the legislation to protect them. And we're very proud Indians, and we're very proud of our identity. And it's a fact that when somebody steps off a plane in Manchester or Montreal, from Mumbai, they don't leave their identity or their caste behind in India. It might take them a while for that to go, but they don't initially. And so what we have is a situation that if left unchecked, we would allow some of these differences and these prejudices and these unacceptable forms of behavior.
Jai Bharat, His Excellency High Commissioner of India, Y.K. Sinha ji, distinguished guest, सब तो पहला तो मैं डॉक्टर बाबा साहब भीमराव अंबेडकर जी के 127वें जन्मदिन के उत्ते सारे संसार नूं ਵਧਾਈ देना, क्योंकि बाबा साहब डॉक्टर अंबेडकर संसार के उन्होंने लोगों के विचों आ जिन्हां ने इस दुनिया नूं कुछ दिता, जिन्हां दी मिसाल बहुत घट लोग जानते हैं।
ਜਿਹੜਾ ਜਿਸ ਵੇਲੇ ਹਿੰਦੁਸਤਾਨ ਗੁਲਾਮ ਸੀ ਉਸ ਤੋਂ ਲੈ ਕੇ ਜਦੋਂ ਹਿੰਦੁਸਤਾਨ ਆਜ਼ਾਦ ਹੋਇਆ ਤੇ ਬਾਬਾ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਡਾਕਟਰ ਅੰਬੇਡਕਰ ਦੇ ਸਿਰ 'ਤੇ ਜੋ ਜ਼ਿੰਮੇਵਾਰੀ ਆਈ ਕਨਸਟੀਟਿਊਸ਼ਨ ਆਫ ਇੰਡੀਆ ਬਣਾਉਣ ਦੀ, ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੇ ਕਨਸਟੀਟਿਊਸ਼ਨ ਇੰਡੀਆ ਨੂੰ ਬਣਾਇਆ, ਲੇਕਿਨ ਇਸ ਤਰੀਕੇ ਦਾ ਬਣਾਇਆ ਕਿਉਂਕਿ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਜਾਣਦੇ ਹੋ ਇੰਡੀਆ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਬਹੁਤ ਬੜੇ ਧਰਮ ਨੇ, ਸਮਾਜ ਨੇ, ਕੌਮਾਂ ਨੇ। ਸਾਰੀਆਂ ਕੌਮਾਂ ਨੂੰ, ਸਮਾਜ ਨੂੰ ਇਕੱਠਾ ਕਰਕੇ ਜੋ ਇੱਕ ਦੇਣ ਦਿੱਤੀ ਹੈ, ਮੈਂ ਸਮਝਦਾ ਕਿ ਇੰਡੀਆ ਵਰਗਾ ਕਨਸਟੀਟਿਊਸ਼ਨ ਕਿਸੇ ਹੋਰ ਮੁਲਕ ਦਾ ਨਹੀਂ। ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੇ ਇੱਕ ਜਾਤ ਲਈ ਨਹੀਂ, ਇੱਕ ਧਰਮ ਲਈ ਨਹੀਂ, ਇੱਕ ਸਮਾਜ ਲਈ ਨਹੀਂ, ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੇ ਹਰ ਇੱਕ ਜਾਤ ਲਈ, ਹਰ ਇੱਕ ਸਮਾਜ ਲਈ, ਹਰ ਇੱਕ ਧਰਮ ਲਈ, ਹਰ ਇੱਕ ਵਰਗ ਦੇ ਲਈ ਉਹ ਸੰਵਿਧਾਨ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਚੀਜ਼ਾਂ ਐਡ ਕੀਤੀਆਂ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਕਿ ਹਿੰਦੁਸਤਾਨ ਨੂੰ ਉੱਪਰ ਲਿਜਾਣ ਲਈ, ਭਾਰਤ ਨੂੰ ਉੱਪਰ ਲਿਜਾਣ ਲਈ ਜ਼ਰੂਰੀ ਸਨ ਉਸ ਮੁਲਕ। ਔਰ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਸਾਰਿਆਂ ਨੇ ਇਹ ਦੇਖਿਆ ਹੋਣਾ, ਜਿਸ ਵੇਲੇ ਸਾਡੇ ਆਨਰੇਬਲ ਪ੍ਰਾਈਮ ਮਿਨਿਸਟਰ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਸ਼੍ਰੀ ਨਰਿੰਦਰ ਮੋਦੀ ਜੀ ਪਹਿਲੀ ਵਾਰ ਸੰਸਦ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਆਏ ਤੇ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੇ ਸੰਸਦ ਨੂੰ ਪਹਿਲਾਂ ਨਮਸਕਾਰ ਕੀਤਾ ਔਰ ਕਨਸਟੀਟਿਊਸ਼ਨ ਆਫ ਇੰਡੀਆ ਨੂੰ ਨਮਸਕਾਰ ਕੀਤਾ, ਕਿਉਂਕਿ ਕਨਸਟੀਟਿਊਸ਼ਨ ਆਫ ਇੰਡੀਆ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਉਹ ਕਿਸੇ ਧਰਮ ਦਾ ਨਹੀਂ, ਕਿਸੇ ਮਜ਼ਹਬ ਦਾ ਨਹੀਂ, ਕਿਸੇ ਜਾਤ ਦਾ ਨਹੀਂ, ਕਿਸੇ ਦਾ ਨਹੀਂ, ਉਹ ਇੱਕ ਹਿੰਦੁਸਤਾਨ ਭਾਰਤ ਦਾ ਹੈ ਜਿਹਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਹਰ ਇੱਕ ਨੂੰ ਬਰਾਬਰਤਾ, ਹਰ ਇੱਕ ਦੇ ਲਈ ਉਹ ਪ੍ਰਾਵਧਾਨ ਆ ਜਿਹਦੇ ਲਈ ਭਾਰਤ ਇੱਕ ਬਹੁਤ ਵੱਡੀ ਸ਼ਕਤੀ ਬਣ ਸਕਦਾ ਔਰ ਸ਼ਕਤੀ ਬਣਿਆ। ਲੇਕਿਨ ਮੈਂ ਇੱਕ ਜ਼ਰੂਰ ਗੱਲ ਕਹਾਂਗਾ ਕਿ ਇਸ ਦੇ ਉੱਤੇ ਧਿਆਨ ਦੇਣ ਦੀ ਲੋੜ ਹੈ, ਕਿਉਂਕਿ ਇਹੋ ਜਿਹੇ ਸਮਾਜ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਤੱਤਵ ਆ ਗਏ ਆ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਕਿ ਕਨਸਟੀਟਿਊਸ਼ਨ ਆਫ ਇੰਡੀਆ ਨੂੰ ਖਰਾਬ ਕਰਕੇ, ਉਸ ਦੀ ਮਾਨਤਾ ਨੂੰ ਖਰਾਬ ਕਰਕੇ ਕੁਛ ਆਪਣਾ ਜਾਤੀ ਫਾਇਦਾ ਲੈਣਾ ਚਾਹੁੰਦੇ ਆ। ਮੈਂ ਸਮਝਦਾ ਕਿ ਕਨਸਟੀਟਿਊਸ਼ਨ ਆਫ ਇੰਡੀਆ ਦੇ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਅਸੂਲ ਨੇ, ਜਿਹੜੀਆਂ ਉਹਦੀਆਂ ਧਾਰਾਵਾਂ ਨੇ, ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਲਾਗੂ ਕੀਤਾ ਜਾਵੇ ਪੂਰੀ ਤਰ੍ਹਾਂ। ਵੈਸੇ ਤਾਂ ਲਾਗੂ ਨੇ, ਲੇਕਿਨ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦੇ ਉੱਤੇ ਹੋਰ ਅਗਰ ਅਸੀਂ ਪਹਿਰਾ ਦਈਏ, ਹਰ ਹਿੰਦੁਸਤਾਨੀ, ਸਾਰਿਆਂ ਦਾ ਇਹ ਫਰਜ਼ ਬਣਦਾ, ਹਰ ਇੱਕ ਹਿੰਦੁਸਤਾਨੀ ਦਾ ਇਹ ਫਰਜ਼ ਬਣਦਾ ਕਿ ਅਸੀਂ ਕਨਸਟੀਟਿਊਸ਼ਨ ਆਫ ਇੰਡੀਆ ਦੇ ਉੱਤੇ ਪੂਰੀ ਤਰ੍ਹਾਂ ਪਹਿਰਾ ਦਈਏ, ਜਿਹੜਾ ਕਿ ਬਾਬਾ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਡਾਕਟਰ ਅੰਬੇਡਕਰ ਨੇ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਦਿੱਤਾ।
To come here and talk about Dr. Babasaheb Ambedkar. Many things have been said and rightly said by His Excellency. I would like to pick up a leaf from his speech and extend it a bit further, that Babasaheb Ambedkar is the biggest icon of India, and to go further, that he is the most relevant icon of India. He is relevant because he has taught us many things. There is not a topic, means yesterday I think everybody should go and read it. I wish, I'm not being patronizing, but his speech at the birth anniversary of Justice Rana Day, and it is amazing, it's fantastic. He criticizes, he shows you the social frames and political frames which are even relevant today in this world, which is becoming like, I can't leave it away, that today's politics globally is becoming a majoritarian politics. Today's societies are becoming exclusive societies, and that's the reason where Babasaheb comes in, and he teaches us to be inclusive, to be secular, to be accepting, and even to accept the critical thought. And he also teaches us to have a critical thought. There is not a single great person who Babasaheb hasn't criticized or questioned, not in a negative way. Whether it be Abraham Lincoln, you will find that in what Gandhi and Congress have done to the untouchables. Whether it be Buddha, whether it be Marx, in Buddha or Marx, whether it be, and you find so many examples like Edmund Burke and from such a vast way of reading. But what I think is that today only I'm going to speak about, he has, of course, as Ms. Das mentioned, that he has done a lot for gender equality. He is the only person, one of the great persons, who has sacrificed his cabinet office for gender equality and lived the feminist motto in real life that personal is political.
Jai Bhim, Jai Bharat. His Excellency, Worshipful Mayors, President of Babo, Venerable Bhante, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, I'm very privileged to be able to speak to you today, the 127th birth commemoration of Dr. Ambedkar. But why are we here? What is Jayanti? Jayanti is the celebration and the joy that I can see on all of your faces. Jayanti is the day of remembrance of Dr. Ambedkar's struggles to bring liberty, equality, and fraternity to Indian society. We are here to carry on his mission by reinforcing the values of education and tolerance to end social discrimination once and for all. Dr. Ambedkar said that without education, the existence of the backward classes was not safe. He understood that the only way to bring about change, the only way to end the injustice of the caste system was to educate. To educate is to cultivate a love of learning in an endeavor to grow into the best version of ourselves that we can possibly be. To educate is to broaden horizons and open minds to the full extent of the diversity of human nature, from senseless hatred to selfless compassion. To educate is to bestow upon someone the most precious and crucial gift in this world, the gift of knowledge and the responsibility to use it wisely. This is only one of many basic human rights that we would not have if not for Dr. Babasaheb Ambedkar. Great progress has been made to raise the downtrodden classes and to protect the rights of those who were treated as if they had none. As the chief architect of the Indian Constitution, Dr. Ambedkar gave Dalits a voice of their own and for the first real opportunity to cast off the shackles of oppression in order to be able to reach their full potential. But of course, there is still work to be done. There are still those that fall prey to pointless, discriminating acts born of ignorance and perpetrated by ones that refuse or are unable to release their anger and prejudices. So where can we find a solution to this problem? Fortunately, we have both Dr. Ambedkar and Lord Buddha's wisdom to turn to. Dr. Ambedkar said that cultivation of the human mind should be the ultimate aim of human existence. I interpreted this as meaning that when we are able to purify our minds by understanding the reasons behind all of our actions and thoughts, then we will have everything we need to solve even the worst of our problems, both social and personal. Lord Buddha said that thousands of candles can be...
समता और ममता की जो जगाए बाबा साहेब विश्व रत्न महामानव तू बोधिसत्व विश्व रत्न
उजुपटिपन्नो भगवतो सावक संघो याय पटिपन्नो भगवतो सावक संघो समीचि पटिपन्नो भगवतो सावक संघो यदिदं चत्वारि पुरुषयुगानि अथ पुरुषयुगला ईश भगवतो सावक संघो आहुनेयो पाहुनेयो दक्षिणेयो अंजलि करणीयो अनुत्तरं पुयं हितं लोक
सवितियो विवजन्तु सबरोगो विनाशतु मा ते भव त्वन्तरायो सुखी दीर्घायुगो भव अभिवादनशीली शनिच बुद्धापचायिनो चतारो धम्मा वढन्ति आयुवान्नो सुखं बलं भवतु सर्वमङ्गलं रक्षन्तु सर्वदेवता सर्वभूतानुभावेन सदा सुखी भवन्तु ते सर्वमङ्गलं रक्षन्तु सर्वदेवता सर्वधर्मानुभावेन सदा सुखी भवन्तु ते भवतु सर्वमङ्गलं रक्षन्तु सर्वदेवता सर्वसङ्घानुभावेन सदा सुखी भवन्तु ते साधु साधु
दुनिया भर की अम्बेडकराइट न्यूज और बुद्धिज्म से रिलेटेड हर एक न्यूज आप तक पहुंचाने के लिए करुणा न्यूज आया है। तो आज ही उसे सब्सक्राइब करें और नीचे दिए हुए बेल आइकॉन को दबाएं ताकि आपको तुरंत अपडेट मिले। थैंक यू वेरी मच। जय भीम, नमो बुद्धाय।